So I'm going to go through the website now. And I'm going to look at the roadmap for the sort of longevity XPRIZE. So if you go to what, right, you go on xprize.org and then you press what, go down to impact roadmaps, click on that, and then it says impact roadmaps. Welcome to XPRIZE impact roadmaps interface. This is the XPRIZE Foundation tool to reveal breakthroughs that will lead us to a better future and evaluate their potential to become future XPRIZE competitions, right? So this is kind of like preparing everyone for the prize, and I'm sure preparing themselves for the prize too. These are esoteric things. So here's 4 roadmaps they have, right? The future of food, future of forest, the future of housing. All these things have to do with longevity, really, but the future longevity impact roadmap is what we want to look at. It's all the way to the right, so click on that. And so did you know age-related diseases are a leading driver of more than $3 trillion spent annually on the healthcare? And then goes to a video. Definitely watch this video. I'm not even sure if you can hear the audio, so I'm actually just going to skip it. While life expectancy around the world has more than doubled since the start of the 20th century, this increase has carried several societal consequences. Aging-related diseases and conditions cause significant emotional and economic harm to humanity. So a quick little thing right here. Imagine though we're in the year 2040, in a future where the period of aging-related decline is minimized. Aging-related illness is extremely rare, and we can all live much longer, physically, mentally, and emotionally healthy life by targeting the aging process itself. Based on input gathered from experts, we've identified 5 major challenge areas that require disruptive innovation to accelerate this future. Okay, so now we go into the meat and potatoes. So you can see right here is a video that kind of gives you an intro, and then you got the challenges to the left, right? And then so it says select a challenge on the left to see related breakthroughs, but on the left, and then to see related breakthroughs on the right. So I think that's what they're talking about over here. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just gonna click that real quick. Oh, I should have went through all this. Okay, so you can click on those to see what's related. And so I think I wanted to go down each one of these. I wanted to have my laptops next to each other. Let me put that there. Okay, so I'll actually be doing like a bunch of lifespan extension vlogs on this, because there's a download. You could download this sort of report on it, and it's a pretty big report. I think it's like over 200 pages. I was actually going to go through the entire thing and just kind of like summarize it for you. Everyone, this is such important stuff, right? And so you can definitely, I highly recommend you read the whole thing thoroughly. And I'll just give you, I don't want to read the whole thing because I want you to actually go there and read it yourself. I mean, I guess it wouldn't really matter too much, right? I don't know. I just kind of wanted to do a quick summary though. I didn't really want to go through the entire thing on video because I've already read it all pretty thoroughly. But what time are we at? How much time we got on here? We're at recording, right? We're at 20 minutes. Okay, sweet. So here's there's a list of 5 different challenges that they're thinking of doing, and like they give you an idea of what's the challenge is going to be about. So the first one's advancing scientific understanding of the aging process. So thinking of like gaps for advancing scientific understanding of the aging process. So and they have like little separate sections too of what they kind of want, right? They're saying like there's no accurate models to experiment on, right? They're probably thinking like mice aren't very accurate models. Current reflective body, this limits their relevance. Okay, right. So mice, they're probably thinking like mice and like yeast and stuff aren't the greatest model organisms. Or they're probably thinking that like nematodes, right, and mice aren't the greatest model organisms. So, and then lack of consensus on biomarkers, right? We're still trying to figure out what the biomarkers are for aging. I mean, this would help a lot because this is kind of that's kind of like we're trying to figure out how to define aging in the first place and how to target it. Another thing is imaging tools are lacking in capabilities. So tools for in vivo imaging of intracellular processes are largely lacking in the solution. Okay, so just better imaging tools. Limited human capacity for understanding complex systems. Says while AI engines were currently being developed to come up with more sophisticated models of biological processes, they are still in their infancy. So yeah, I guess just better AI tools and different tools to help us understand the complexity of the human body. Maybe something so that reminds me of something like like Facebook, right? Mark Zuckerberg at the Chan Zuckerberg BioHub. They're developing something that will map out all 200 types of our cells, which is going to be incredible, right? It's still something he would do, and maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. So lack of funding. All of these sort of say lack of funding at the end, which I should be able to help with lack of funding. I might be able to help with biomarkers with my experiments I'm doing over here. And let's look at the next one: improving treatment tools. There's technological limitations, risky. Oh shit! I gotta make sure I pause that. Was that not pause the whole time? I think I did pause it. Whatever. Then you have improving treatment tools, right? There's gaps for improving treatment tools. There's technological limitations, risky technologies, ideological objections, unclear ethics. I'm just gonna finish this up because I have to talk with John. Expediting drug development and approval processes. This is really important. Flaws in the incentive system for scientific activities, no accurate models for experiment on, unclear definition of aging, regulatory bureaucracy, lack of funding. I should be able to help out with this. The next one is raising public awareness and improving public perception. I should definitely be able to help with this. I have a few projects I'm developing. There's just negative perceptions of life extension advocates, ideological objections. The idea of life extension often evokes deep-seated fears and ideological objections, which makes it difficult for people to accept. Longevity advocates often do not sufficiently address these fears and objections. And so this is like that's a really big thing I work on also. So really excited to play a role in that. Lack of information. The public is not well educated about the biology of aging or the possibility of manipulating it. There are few, if any, entities that can credibly and widely communicate the advancements and developments in the field. There's misinformation about lifespan extension and age reversal. And then the last one is ensuring accessibility of treatments. Longevity treatments. Okay, what else? So they want to make sure that these treatments that help us live a lot longer, that they're essentially guaranteed to be given to everyone, right? Because that would be a serious problem if they weren't given to everyone. And so yeah, read all those. I'll be now going through the full report. I already submitted for it, so you put your name, your address, and then you submit, and they'll give it to you for free. And then so here's what it looks like. It's table of contents. Oh, that's not the first page. Here's the first page. The future of longevity. And then leadership, table of contents. So I'll be going through this entire thing, but for now the video is over for today. I'll work on this later, but you can see there's a lot of pages, right? There's over 200 pages. See, 238. I thought I said it on the table of contents. Okay, well, all right.